And welcome everyone to another Reality Skewed Gamers Lunch Hour. And yes, we are running a little late today. It is the holidays, and of course I hope you all are having a great holiday season. I was running a little bit late, so I apologize for the lateness in the stream, but hopefully you guys will be entertained still during your lunch hours, and we get to do a little bit more for the lunch hours of our good old Central Time pals as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. We still have a lot to go through. So let's start out by introductions. We have, we're not going to continue the nickname from yesterday, Mr. Grim the Mechanic.
Yeah, right, fine.
And we
got a pervy mouth.
It's a pervy mouth mechanics.
Well, F you too, man.
And then we have...
I admit I have been getting better, though. I haven't been as bad.
And then we have Sanely Red.
Right.
And Sanely will be monitoring the chat and getting us questions and all of that stuff, so... make sure if you guys do have questions, you put them in the chat and you start it off with questions so Sanely can easily identify those. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with our lunch hour. At the bottom of the screen, you will see our display for the American Cancer Society. We are at 4358. I'm hoping we can hit 4,500 by the end of the year. We still have a lot of fun stuff available on the Tiltify, including the wristbands, which I am planning on mailing out next week. So if you guys are interested in having your Stu Strong wristbands, make sure you go to the Tiltify page and you get those now. So you can get them sooner than later, because again, I'll be sending them out very soon. So please make sure you guys do that. And let's see, what else do we have? You can donate to the ACS page directly as well. All the links that you need are in the description below. So with that, we can go ahead and start our roster review for Mr. Ski Trooper. And Ski Trooper is almost ready for Revan, so we'll take a look at his Old Republic, and he's almost done with 3PO. So besides hoarding, he's not sure what he should be working on. He wants to know also if there are any characters that are Gear 11 that he should move to Gear 12, and or is it better that he work on some of the lower gear tunes that he has. So we'll kind of look at his overall roster, and then he's also asking for a way to potentially beat Revan. So we'll take a look at all these. Now, beating Revan is difficult. We'll just say it that way. There is some RNG aspects to it. There are some teams that work, but again, it's not. It depends on your mods, which we'll take a look at, and there's going to need to be some consistency stuff that we'll need to look at as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Do you see something off the bat, Grim?
Well, he does have double Zeta Gear 12 C3PO.
Yeah.
You know, that'll be one of the keys to beating a Revan team, because supposedly there's, what is it, a CLS lead with 3PO that can take down Revan teams?
Yep, it's the team that he's actually running right now is one of them, which is CLS, Han, Chewie, Thrawn, and C-3PO. Again, we discussed this yesterday. That 5th position we've seen in a few different ones. There's the Thrawn. There is also the R2 as one of the other positions. So you can kind of rotate that 5th one a little bit to beat Revan. And it looks like, I mean, you've been having pretty good success with it. You're alternating 1 and 2 all the way down. So right now it looks like you're doing pretty well in Arena. So it looks like you do have the team for you to beat Revan. Now we'll take a look at what some of your mods and everything are, but let's start off with the first thing, which is let's take a look at your Old Republic characters. So I'm going to go to your Old Republic. Get the filter up. Okay, let's take a look.
Well, he's almost ready, dude. All he needs is to get Jolie and Zalbar to 7 stars. He has them both at 6 star.
Yeah.
But once he gets those to 7 star, he'll be able to get Revan no problem.
Yeah. So Ski Trooper, you're on a good path here. You will definitely be ready for Revan. And again, Revan is closer to a journey than he is a legendary for the purposes of name. in terms of like the style, he's more legendary because you just require 5 characters without a legendary required, which is typically what journeys have required. But they did call it kind of a fallen. I can't remember what the exact term was, but it was a different type of journey that Revan had.
It was called "I'm rich, bitch." Yes, money.
Yes,
That's what that was.
That was that kind of update. That kind of updated journey. So, you're pretty close on Zalbar. You're pretty close on Jolie. So that means you're good. Oh, he put it in the chat. He's 85 out of 100 on Jolie and 55 out of 100 on Zalbar. Yeah, you are good to go.
Very nice.
You are good to go there. So the other part is then what to do with that. If you're planning on using Revan, then you'll want to go a little bit more on Jolie as part of your gear. We don't know when exactly Revan is coming. The earliest suspicion is probably February, and if he returns in February, then you'll want to make sure you have your Jolie ready gear-wise in order to kind of put him immediately on that team, because that team is still very, very dominant. With Revan, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, and then you can put whoever else, Bastila and Hermit Yoda, Bastila and General Kenobi. I mean, there's a lot of different combinations, but Jolie ends up being one of the key figures on there because of his res. So make sure that you do start working on your Jolie as part of the characters. Now, if we go to all of your characters, and I want to sort by... Oh, it doesn't let me sort by gear on this one. But let's take a look at some of the characters you have gear-wise at gear 11 and see if we need to take them to gear 12 or not. So, kind of just starting as we're going through this, Bastila, she doesn't need gear 12. So I think you're fine there. Same thing with Veer, same thing with Finn. Chirpa, you don't really need gear 12. Dengar, you don't need. Zam, 88, Cad Bane, Tebow, Cassian, Stark, Windu. I mean, you're still fairly good here without needing any gear 12s on these characters. You have the gear 11. Now, the first character that I see that may help is First Order Executioner. First Order Executioner is, again, kind of not one that you necessarily need 100% in order to get to gear 12. But the reason he can be beneficial at gear 12 is because when he gets to gear 12, he gets a multi-tool, which allows him to obviously steal health and all of that, right? But he also gets that piece that adds 6,000 health. And
med pack.
Yep, the med pack. And he is a character that is reliant on his health. And so it's not even a gear 12 plus piece, it's simply just a gear 12 piece. So between the multi-tool, giving him health steal, and then the med pack, giving him an additional boost of health, potentially, depending on how much you want to work on your First Order Executioner is a character that you can consider for gear 12ing. And it looks like right now you're missing a Mark 6 stun gun, which is kind of the annoying stun gun. So it is pretty resource heavy, so it's up to you kind of how much you want to focus on that one.
Yeah, he also benefits really well because one of his of Gear 12 Plus, because one of his Gear 12 Plus items, which is the HoloLens, gives him extra 2,000 max HP, and then an extra 6 speed. Yeah. So you know he's one of the few characters that has a bigger benefit from one of the Gear 12 Plus pieces than most other characters.
Yeah. So that gets us kind of towards the end of your Gear 11s. Now, looking at your Gear 11s, I would say most of these you don't have a huge need to go to Gear 12. You can, again, if you so choose, and a lot of people are because they want to just maximize their current teams for things where you're placing it on defense, because it does help. Where you put it on defense and you can get all the benefits in Territory Wars and Grand Arena and all of that. Another character with kind of something similar is Princess Leia, because she also gets the multi-tool, which allows her to health steal, so when she triple taps, she survives a lot longer. So you also get that, plus at Gear 12 Plus, she has the other stun gun that gives her armor penetration. So again, with the triple tap, Princess Leia can be pretty nasty, but I didn't put her on the list of characters to work on because she doesn't necessarily have a specific team that she's a part of. She's a really good plug and play at this point. She can go in there stealth and start triple tapping from a distance, and no one has to worry about anything like that. So I would say you are probably better off working on some of your other characters and getting them higher rather than pushing some of your current Gear 11s to Gear 12. With that being said, let's take a look at your characters and see what you have available that could actually make this a reasonable team. And so what I'm seeing kind of off the bat of potential characters you can utilize, Jin is one of them. So Jin is one, and I want to take a look at your Rogue One squad. So if we go to your Rogue One, we can see that your so your Chirrut and Baze are both Gear 12. Your Scarabphobia Pathfinder is Gear 12. Cassian is Gear 11. Your Jin is Gear 10. I don't know how you're doing in the Territory Battle Rogue One teams. It doesn't necessarily have to be for that, but Jin is a good lead for Rogue One as well as Rebels. And so I would say Jin and K2SO could be two characters that you work on that could be pretty beneficial for you. Potentially for, I mean, you're already doing Heroic Sith, so it's not a big deal. But if you want to get Pow up, you only have him at 2 stars. So if you want to work on his shards and stuff in order to get him to 7 stars, so you can use him in the Heroic Sith, Pow is a character that you can potentially work on, so you have all of that as well. But looking down at some of the other characters you have available, Grim, do you see any characters he could potentially work on and boost up to Gear 11?
I mean, wow, almost all of his characters are Gear 7.
Yeah, which is MTGP. We got to work on that.
Yeah.
It is a
I don't know, the
MTGP
one that really sticks out is, I'd have to say, Kira. Kira is one of, if not the best scoundrel lead in the game. She is so powerful, and it's, you know, she benefits a lot from being Gear 11, Gear 12, if you can do it. Her teamed up with Nest is just stupidly overpowered.
Yeah. Kira, yeah, so many Carbantes on Kira. So many Carbantes.
Another one could be Vandor Chewbacca. I've been using him a lot here recently since I Zeted him, and he's very, very fun. He hits like a truck, and he heals, and he reses.
Ski Trooper says, "I'm the king of roster fluff." Yes, you are. He was very fluffy roster.
His roster was unapologetically fluffy. But I don't know, I mean, he's got most of the good stuff Gear 12 already, though, or at least very, very close to being Gear 12.
Yeah. So I mean, those are all characters that you can potentially work on: Kira, Vandor Chewie, and then I could also put in Zalbar and Mission, because you're working on them anyways for the Revan stuff, and while they don't need a lot of gear, they are really solid characters. So those would be the characters. And then, of course, Jolee. Jolee is one that I would definitely put kind of on the top of your list. He would probably be the first one I would tell you, especially with how almost prepared you are for a Revan at this point. I would definitely start working on your Jolee first, and then you can work on some of the other Old Republics. But overall, I mean, your roster is pretty good. I mean, you could also, depending on where you want, because we looked at your First Order, I mean, First Order Stormtrooper is currently at Gear 8. And if we take a look at all of your First Order, because it looked like some of yours were really high, because we saw your Executioner and everything earlier. Yeah, I mean, if you want to work on First Order Stormtrooper, that gives you a tank to go along with the rest of your squad, and makes you already have kind of a solid First Order team. With only one tank, though, if you add Stormtrooper, I mean, that gives you an additional level of awesomeness with your First Order. And so I think that would be where you may want to go. So, again, First Order Stormtrooper to go along with Executioner, First Order Officer, Crew, and just regular Kylo. That should put you in a fairly good position, I think, with your First Order.
Yeah. Another one I could possibly recommend, if he has the resources to do it down the line, is get your Sith Assassin up. She is amazing. I just started using her in Grand Arena, and wow. All of her protection, ignoring damage is so nice.
Yeah. And not to
You know
mention
who else
that
is nice?
Hey.
Oh, holy crap! It's Ranger.
Hi,
Yes. Ranger fucked up. Oh my god. I didn't sleep worth a shit last night. I don't know if it's just because I was usually sleeping one way or nothing. So I finally fell asleep like at 4:35 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, damn, dude.
To plug my phone back in. And it died. And so I just woke up literally like, oh, it's pretty light outside. Ah! So I looked at the watch like, no! I basically told Finn that I would handle the stream today and stuff, so I apologize to you, Finn, and everybody out there, breakfast cereals and things of that nature. Because old Ranger just, I don't know what it was. I just could not go to sleep, and but that's not the normal. I have insomnia sometimes. Set the alarm, put the phone there.
This is
like,
why we can't have nice things.
I know, right? You know, so I'm like, oh, shit. So Finn stepped up. So I apologize to all you guys out there. I guess it's just, I don't know if it's the time change or whatnot what got me, but Ranger had his head up his ass, so I apologize. Do you want me to take over the stream, Finn, or?
No, we're good. I got it covered.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have Sith Assassin. Sith Assassin's a really good character, especially because she can give all of your Sith turn meter as well. And especially in Grand Arena, whether it's 3v3 or 5v5, getting your team to go first can really help you against some of those lower teams. And if you can mod Sith Assassin with some speed mods and get her, again, she doesn't have to have your top speed mods, but against some of the lower teams that you're facing, you can easily get Sith Assassin to go early, especially under a Zeta Maul lead, where she's already gaining like percentage turn meter and stuff, and that can be a really nasty combo that you can deal with. So,
yeah, I was teaming her up with Sith Trooper. Since both of them ignore protection on most of their attacks, it's a pretty potent duo.
Yes, it is. And we may see more of them with whatever old Republic dark side stuff they decide to roll out. So
yeah, and I could see that being considerably more useful if they drop like a Jedi Knight Malik on us.
Yep, that is quite possible. You had to go Jedi Knight, didn't you? Okay. So the next thing is how to beat Revan. Now it seems like you're doing fairly well, Ski Trooper, with your team. So, I mean, I don't know what else you want us to do with regards to beating Revan. I mean, you have a CLS team that can potentially beat it. The other team is the Traya team. And if we go to your mods, and then we can look at your mods based on speed. And let me actually filter by speeds instead of sorting by speed. There we go. And if we take a look at your... Once it loads... If we take a look at your mods based on its speed... Yeah, I know. Hurry up. There you go. Okay, so... You're focusing heavy on your... Let's see where you're putting your stuff for the most part. You have a little bit of distribution here with some of these. I think you can probably just eyeballing it here. They're all on your arena team or like your secondary arena team, so I see them all on the right characters. The only thing is I think you can probably optimize your Thrawn a little bit more than what he is, and getting your Thrawn a little bit higher. Your Thrawn is currently at... You go to your Thrawn.
Holy crap, he's got 16, 20 plus speed secondary mods.
Yeah. No,
I'm jealous. Very jealous.
So it looks like, okay, so you have 151 speed on Thrawn. I mean, just kind of eyeballing it, you can probably get that 151 to maybe about 155 or so from what I saw. I have to go through and do the actual math and stuff, but I think you can probably gain some speed on your Thrawn if you're really going to. Now, again, that's going to help you with some of the lesser, I'm calling them lesser Revan teams. The better Revan teams will still make it a little bit difficult, but you do want to have a fast Thrawn. You need a tanky Traya, so we can take a look at your Traya. And then the other thing is, I saw you have her at Gear 11 is Fallen Bastila. Fallen Bastila will probably help you kind of control the damage to your Traya a little bit better. So let's go to your characters and let's go to your Traya and see what kind of mods you have on her. Okay, so potentially you can get a little more on her for for protection. You're running the offense. Well, you're not even. Yeah, you're running an offense set, which is fine. But your triangle is offense, so potentially you can change that offense to protection. That should help with your Treya. So that would be kind of the first thing. The other part is you're running a health set, which normally isn't a bad thing. But again, health really doesn't do much against Revan because he reduces it by percentages. And so that health isn't going to provide you as much. If you're looking to get your Treya to survive, you want to try and get a defense set more than anything else. So high protection, defense set with your offense set, or full defense set would be the way to go with Treya. I'm fine with an offense set because I do realize that she has to do some damage eventually. You're not going to just have to keep... She's going to die one way or the other. The additional defense sets can help, but otherwise, I mean, offense is fine, or you could go full defense. But that would be kind of the only modding, but I like the fact that you have a crit avoidance arrow on her with the upgrade to 6E. I love the upgraded crit avoidance arrows, so I love that as 6E. I see high protection, flat protection numbers on these mods, except for maybe a couple, which is actually just your square, I think. Your square is low on protection, so there's another potential place for you to gain a little bit of protection to help you with, so that helps. So he wants to know, what is the best fifth for my CLS team against Revan? Thrawn, R2, or Old Ben? I would say... So we talked about this a little bit yesterday. The one that I'm seeing on my shard is Thrawn. But the one that seems to have the most success right now is R2. So I kind of leave it to you as to which one you want to use a little bit more. But it seems like Thrawn and R2 are successful. Old Ben was kind of an oddball, to be honest, to see in that fifth position. I can see how it works as another tank, and it helps to kind of cause that distraction. And there are people that are winning with Old Ben, but I think R2 or Thrawn is the way to go. And personally, I just love Thrawn in Arena. The fracture ability, just so much control that it's hard to replace that. Even with R2 and the pseudo taunt and all of that, it's hard to replace the functionality of fracture. Isolate provides it to some extent. It's a little bit different, but it's similar. But Isolate can do that to some extent, but nothing compares to Fracture. Fracture is, in my opinion, the greatest ability in the game. So
I agree. I mean,
so
like
awesome.
Like you were saying, Isolate is still really, really good, but just Fracture completely shuts down a character.
Yes,
completely. So you know you can't get better than that.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say continue with Thrawn, because I think that's what you were. Let me go back and double check, but I'm pretty sure you were running Thrawn. Yeah, you were running Thrawn in your spot. It looks like you were able to get to your rank yesterday with it. I would say continue with Thrawn. If it works, it works. So yeah, I think overall good job with your roster, Ski Trooper. You're kind of on the next step. Yeah, and Doc Aryak, you're correct. R2 gives stats and mass exposes, though. You are entirely correct. And that's why R2 is valid. So either one works. I just really like Fracture against Revan, because shutting down either Revan or Grandmaster Yoda seems to really help against Revan. More than the exposes, in my opinion. Because you get so much damage output already between CLS, Han, and Chewie, that even though the mass exposes are good, the benefit, I think, actually comes more from shutting down either Revan or Grandmaster Yoda. Especially when you have all of the reses that happen between Revan, and then if they have a Zeta Jolie as well. You can kill something, but then it might be brought back. And so shutting down a character, to me, has always been a little bit better. So that's why I love Fracture. But again, R2 or Thrawn both work. See which one you like better. You're having success with Thrawn, so I would just say continue with Thrawn. But the Old Ben one is I mean, it works, but it's a little bit weird. I wouldn't go with that one.
I think you'd be sacrificing too much to put Old Ben in there.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, Old Ben's double taunt is nice and all, but that's about the extent of his usefulness, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. So if you have any other questions, Ski Trooper, let us know. You know where to find us on the RSG Discord. We'll definitely help you with whatever you need if you have any other questions. But your roster is going really well so far, and I think, one, stop the fluff. You got to stop the fluff.
Keep the fluff going.
We love fluff. Gotta have the fluff.
I don't know. I think this roster, he's fluffed it enough to where
Yes, he has.
He's allowing for him to have a decent selection of tunes to where he can play pretty much anything he wants in Territory Wars or Grand Arena and not be too
fluffy.
Like hung up on I can't play this character because he's only gear 5.
Never stop fluffing.
Don't stop fluffing. Hold on to that Buffy.
So yeah, so you're on good track here. So just keep it up. So let's go ahead and then we can start. Sanely, do we have questions and everything?
We got a few.
Okay.
God damn, Stanley shit the whole time. I come in here screaming and hollering because I'm freaked out because I'm late, big time. Stanley has said one word.
All right, we're gonna have some
Stanley,
fun today.
No, Stanley, I'm going to put him in a horror movie. He is going to be amazing. We are going to make a fortune, Finn, because all it is Stanley just walking up behind people like, hey.
So he's a real life Chucky.
He is amazing. Jesus Christ. That voice just came through right now. I'm like, Satan? What the fuck? Where did that come from? Oh,
right. So we will do questions. And for today, I'm going to try and play Mega Man 11 while we answer questions with my new controller. So I'm going to try.
No, oh, God, no. I'll take over the street. Not that, Finn.
Yeah, we're doing Mega Man 11. But I have my controller now. I have a controller. So I still have to get used to it. So we'll see how this works. But I figure, you know what? This should be entertaining for the peoples to watch some Mega Man while we answer Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes question. It's a lunch hour. We were a little late today. Everyone can have a little fun.
I know. I feel so bad. Oh, my God. Song is real. Oh, man. Hopefully I can... what I'm going to do is, like, take a pill so that I go to sleep at, like, 9, so I wake up, like, my normal time. Drugs are good for kids.
Yeah, they're not.
What do you mean? You prescribe drugs all the time, Dr. Finn.
Drugs are bad.
I still haven't got my
medical. Drugs are bad.
They'll be doing illegal drugs, Finn. Now, illegal drugs are bad. They're bad. But like Viagra and Prozac and all that other stuff is good, okay?
All right. So let's start with the questions.
Was that someone spamming us one time, Chica, huh?
Yeah, I took care of it. No,
ban her, period. Not 300 seconds, 300 years. See ya, hun. Thank you. You know, you've made it big. You know, we haven't had that in a while. It still makes me feel really good that we've got porn trying to infiltrate our mess.
I miss that.
I know. Please, if you would kindly, Sanely, get the questions, por favor.
DB, question: with all the events giving huge shard-chopped currency this holiday season, you think this is a hint or gift that the Grievous rework is coming soon?
Gift. I think they're just being really cool for the holidays. You know, giving us extra stuff, you know, because people didn't, I mean, I still don't see Grievous rework happening soon. I could be wrong, but I think the shard-chopped currency is, and it's just a way for people to work on their rosters and stuff. I could be wrong, but I mean, it's like 1,100, like for 5 shards is 1,125 shard-chopped currency. It's not going to pick up a lot of Grievous shards that way, but I mean, you know, so I don't know. I think it's just been like, hey guys, thanks for the support. It's the holidays. We're going on vacation. Fun.
I do like all the shard-chopped currency.
What the hell is that username? Oh my god.
Wait, what the?
Stickmaster 500?
No.
Oh, the other one. Yeah. That's alright.
Well, hello there, nurse. Wow.
The holidays.
all I hear is Finn just clickety clacking away on his controller.
That's correct.
Oh man, we got trolls.
What is going on?
That's okay. I'll just keep on banning them.
Hooray!
Tangent Revolution question: is the registration for Grand Arena every Tuesday? I just hit 85 the other day and missed registration because it was on Christmas.
I think you have to be 85.
It's not necessarily every Tuesday. So what they gave us like a specific time frame, right? So the 28th is the next Grand Arena. So 28th is the next one. Man, the lunch stream is exciting today.
It really is. What did you do, Finn? I mean, I should like have insomnia more often. Jesus.
Apparently.
Great.
All my fellow trolls.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing the South Park episode. All of them gathered. All we need is Skank Hunt. Where's Skank Hunt?
Keep your questions coming, guys. We'll still get it. We'll still get it. So. God. Please say to continue.
Sean, question: who would Johanny replace on the Revan team?
I don't think she would.
No, really. But let's say you had to replace her.
She would replace Kenobi because she's a tank. You can't go double tank because then your damage is going to be too low. So
yeah, but she's not the best tank, though.
No, but again,
when she gets low health,
Ranger said
she
if we
stops
had
taunting.
to. Ranger said if we had to. So that's
we had to. Yeah.
If you had to, you would replace Kenobi because you can't. That team is going to be too low damage, I think, with 2 tanks.
Yeah.
So I would say it replaces Kenobi.
Contingent 33 question: with the Zeta Bosk lead, how should the bounty hunter be modded for the event? Is it still potency, or is it just for Boba lead?
No, you really just need speed. It really does end up being all about the speed. I mean, you have to get to all of the rebels quickly, otherwise you end up just falling behind.
Elenix, question for Ranger. You were up very late last night, which caused the RSG lunch stream to start late. I theorized that you were up all night due to Baby Finn keeping you awake. Is my theory correct?
No, that was just me not being able to sleep. I fell asleep for like 30 minutes, and then I woke up, and I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I finally fell asleep about 4:30. I did catch up on some YouTube.
Maybe that's why you weren't able to sleep. You were YouTubing.
Well, no, I don't look at YouTube. I was just like, like for me when I go to sleep, I like to listen to something.
That's like me falling asleep on Discord.
Well, I mean,
I fall asleep to Discord voice all the time.
I can't help you with that there.
Oh no, I listen to all the people that are in like the RSG Discord and after hours and stuff, and then we just have fun. And I fall asleep.
Well, yeah, if that's the mother's milk for you, then I mean, you know. Oh, great! My mod inventory is. God damn it. But yeah, that's my bad. I'll take the hit on that one. But yeah, next question.
Ski Trooper, question: what voice would Ranger choose to sing Banhammer to the tune of Sledgehammer?
I think we need a Randy Newman song for banning.
Well, all right. I mean, you have not called on me in a while, buddy. I mean, you played that Mega Million Man there, and the guy's song coming on right now. Banning, oh banning, 'cause you're not chain tanning. Running around, spamming, no sound. Oh, betting for me. Okay, there you go.
Elenex, question for Grim. Would you like help banning people? I am fluent in 6 million forms of banning and can provide references proving my proficiency with the banhammer. Not saying, just saying.
Just saying. No, I think we got the mechanic Grim and the Solus one on it. So hey, We got another one. What is going on today? All right, who was... Listen, y'all, I go away for a week, come back, and we're getting... I mean, who was looking at porn? I think Russian porn is what I'm getting the sense here.
It's been a while since I've had to ban people from chat and silence them from spam, and we were doing so well. Damn it, Finn.
God damn it, Finn.
Sorry.
This Mega Man crap. I knew this was gonna come. This was gonna come back and bite us in the ass.
I'm trying to get used to. All of the controls on this.
Sure.
Because you have to hold. So it's an Xbox controller, right? And I like using the little regular arrow control pad, but the handle is so much different than like the original Nintendo because your thumb was closer to the actual arrow pad, so it's a little different. I'm trying to get used to it.
Gav P. What are the advised tunes and requirements for the Chewy event? Sorry if I missed peeps talking about this earlier. Been pulling my hair out after 70 unsuccessful attempts.
Brother, I know that feeling. Let me tell you a story about a man named Ranger and these last two events before this one called Thrawn and the Bounty Hunters. I have 15 wonderful hours that you can go back and watch of me screaming and hollering and yelling at them. I'd have to look at your roster. I think I finally beat it, and I haven't touched my Ewoks since the event, so let's look at them real quick. I think I went in there with Chief Chirpa, Paplu, Tebow, Wicket, Ewok, Elder. Logray makes it a lot easier, but it's still doable with those. It's who you have, and it's a gear check. Now, if you're trying to beat that, I'm assuming he's talking about the 7-star, or is he talking about just unlocked on that question, Stanley?
That doesn't say.
Okay, if it's unlocked, then it's definitely a gear check. If it's 7-star, it's who you have, and it's a gear check. So if you don't have, say, Poplo or low grade, then it's really, really harder. I think some tips is that always speed up your Elder is the key. You want him constantly going. And the thing is if the taunt isn't up, you're always working on Chewbacca, or if he's not available, whatever character is available there. So if you want to go back and look at, we did the event, so you can go back and look and like how it kind of works. We do have a special video on that that we did. But if you're having specific problems after 70 attempts, I think it's probably most likely gear. You're just dying too quick. It would be my thing. Now, my Chirpa, Paplu, they're all 10 or 11. I think the only one that's not, the Elder, is 10. He is 10. Tebow is 10 as well. The other three were 11. And we look here real quick. No, Wicket was 10. So I had Paplu and Chirpa at 11. And I had problems with it. You need to go back and check it. Finn, I think you beat it finally, but yours were what, gear 10?
Mine were, yeah. There's a variance, but yeah. But which event are they talking about?
Ewoks for Chewie, right? Wait,
there's Bounty Hunters for Chewie.
Oh, Bounty Hunter.
You confused me.
Never mind. Oh my God, I need to go back. I need some drugs.
You need to sleep again. I was like, wait, yeah, my Ewoks were only gear 10, but you're not talking about the right event. I thought you said
3PO. It's Chewie. I just looked in chat. Yeah. All right, let's refocus. So for the Chewie event for the Bounty Hunters, really the key to that is Zeta Bosk.
And not using Ewoks, that's definitely a key.
Yeah, don't use Ewoks. Jesus Christ. God damn it. I need, so let me make a list here of what I need from you.
Okay, and Gav P clarified, sorry, I meant 7-star Chewie event. Before I've, 7, or Zeta Boss Gear 12, and Boba, Dengar, IG-88, and Zam Gear 11, and Cad Bane Gear 10.
Yeah, so the key, so says what he has one more time. It was, I heard, give me the 5 he has.
Okay, he's got Zeta Boss Gear 12, Boba, Dengar, IG-88, and Zam Gear 11, and Cad Bane in Gear 10.
I don't know why you're not beating this. I mean, in Gear 12, Zeta Bosk, I mean, unless they up the difficulty, I didn't even beat this with the Gear 12 Bosk. I beat this with the Gear 11 Bosk.
Yeah, you should be okay.
With the Zeta. Yeah, I don't know why. You've got to be something, because you've got Dengar in there. If you've got his, he should be able to keep them from stealthing. I'd have to see what's happening with you when this is going down, my friend. Because with that lineup you just told me, you should be able to beat this already. I don't know what in the world is happening. Unless they upped the difficulty on it, which I doubt that they did. That lineup that you just said, if that is correct, Gear 12 Zeta Boss. Maybe it's mods? That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, you might need to move some arena mods onto those characters.
That could be the thing. I think if you're using cruddy mods, you still can get hammered. If you're using decent mods, you have. I mean, it's about how you have your characters modded too. If you have them modded correctly, that's the only thing I can think of. It's not gear characters. It could be mods. Your mods can be that bad that they're not modded correctly, and if they're not modded correctly, they're not being as effective. They don't have as much health or protection, maybe, and you're getting basically pummeled. So try putting your arena mods on there and seeing if that helps. Create those mod loadouts so you can switch them up. Now that we're talking about bounty hunters and not Ewoks, Jesus.
Everything makes more sense now.
Paul Bracamonte says, I'm telling you, man, these Mega Man fans are toxic AF.
I'll put that out there. I can understand other languages. I know when you're cussing and talking shit about the channel in other languages, and you will get banned.
Is that what they're doing?
Just like that one Weasel guy just did.
Well, we've had somebody that has been trolling.
Yeah, it's fine.
So go ahead. I mean, it's more views, and you're just helping the channel. So by all means, please, dum keep doing what you're doing. Oh God. Hell, we should just unleash our fans on you. You want to go home and rethink your life.
Has Hideous told you about the benefits of joining your Lord and Savior Grande Patron? I'm telling you. We should have Hideous talk to him. I think that would be good. I feel like he needs a new perspective.
It's interesting. I think it's a mod thing for that last question. I can't think of what else it could be with that kind of gear. She's got the two most important ones, Bosk and Dengar. Did he mention he had Greedo in there?
Hold on.
Never mind, Stanley. Well,
I don't think it was Greedo.
Yeah, Greedo's one you might want to run in there because of his triple tap and the thermal grenades and things. That was one that really...
I'm trying to remember what he said. It was Bosk, Boba, Dengar, Sam, and was it Cad Bane was the other one I think said?
Or was it IG-88?
Well, he listed 6 different bounty hunters.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say anything about Greedo.
Yeah, see if you can get Greedo in there. That might help you out. So, but try remodding. Try putting Greedo in there. See if that helps you out. But if you're having more problems, just message me and then we'll figure it out.
Joyson, yes, I know I suck. You don't have to say it in Spanish.
Say it in Spanish. That's pretty cool. Finn, you're getting so popular that the people are saying you're awful in other languages.
I know.
So now if we could just get somebody in, see,
how do you say I blame Finn in Spanish? That's what we need to do.
Or Japanese, I mean, anything like that, that'd be wickedly cool.
DB, question, how did Finn's defense in Grand Arena, the stream picked yesterday, perform?
Horribly, in fact. In fact, it wrecked my offense, too. The one that actually did have the most defenses was the Thrawn team, but that's, I mean, probably largely because my Thrawn is like 318 speed, and that's why I have him on offense typically, but yeah, so, yeah, no, they did pretty bad. Everything was one shot except for the Thrawn team, which had, I think it was 4 attacks on it, and then the Ewoks. But the Ewoks, I think, was largely because it was in the back and it was like one of the last things, so he just threw things at it. But he full cleared, and I have like no chance of full clearing. I'm stuck on a Bastila team because I don't have a good counter right now.
Whoa, Hellenix, what is that?
That I'm pretty sure that's Greek.
Yeah, it looks like Greek.
Is that nice? It's fancy.
The language of CG carry. That's why he does it.
Mm-hmm. The language of Plato, of Socrates, of Aristotle.
Plato makes some good spaghetti.
Huh? What?
Plato spaghetti is good spaghetti.
What?
What?
Next question, please.
Oh, sorry, spaghetti. I did not say it right.
Oh, spaghetti.
Joyson, question: the Grand Arena matchup considers number of wins or just GP?
It's
It'll probably be GP.
It's just GP for the initial matchup, and then subsequent matchups, like within the rounds, are based on your win-loss.
All Bracamonte, question: is it true that after you finish the Chewie fight, there's an animation where the Ewoks Voltron into Chewie?
You just made me die. God, I'm just picturing the Ewoks coming together to form Chewie.
And I'll form the leg.
That may be the greatest troll question ever.
Darth Telewhack my necker. In mods, in the suggestions the computer gives, are they pretty valid for beating events? I'm getting mowed down in the Chewie event as well.
The mods that who suggests?
The in-game, suggestions.
Oh, no, I wouldn't use those.
No, don't do that. What's the site? There's a site you can go much better.
GG. GG now has it with the mod report.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
We cover it all the time now. Mod report.
That's a big help right there. But
he's talking about like crouching rack.
Rancor, yeah. There you go. I couldn't think of it. I know that's been recommended.
Even that one, I'll tell you right now, I often disagree with it. And I mean, because you want a mod specific to your teams and all of that, so sometimes there's a little variance. But I love the GG mod report now because it shows you what all the people are modding their current teams with, and you can kind of see what their overall focus is because it tells you not only the mod set, but it also shows you like the primary stat on the J mods, which is the arrow, the triangle, the cross, and the circle, so you can see kind of what they're trying to build towards. And so,
is that a new feature?
Yeah, the mod report is new. We're covering it now on the Wednesday stream, but yeah, it's a new feature.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It actually, shows what the top players are using for their mod sets and things of that nature. So it gives you a really good idea.
Chewie, question: do you find it annoying you don't get any banners for defense?
No, you get banners. You get them indirectly by having them get less on offense. Because the first time kill gets them 30 extra banners, and I think it's the next one's 10. So I mean, indirectly, yeah, you're getting banners for defense only for the first 2. If you can hold them to wrong button. If you can hold them to more than 2, then you kind of get banners. But yeah.
John Davies, Mega Man or Contra?
Oh.
Ooh. That's a tough decision.
Been too busy trying not to die.
I like Mega Man. Sorry, I've always been a Mega Man fan, so I can't turn my back on Mega
Even though he sucks at jumping.
Yeah. Oh, I suck at jumping. It's gonna get worse now. I can't beat this one.
That's all the questions.
Oh, well.
Nice.
Good job, team. You guys did a good job. I'm sleepy. All right. Well, if that's the case, then we will end it there. Now, if you do have more questions, you can always look us up in Discord, guys. That's what we're there for. You know, just we've got a great community there. You can message us directly. You know, we're always hanging out in the Discord, doing stuff like that. We're gonna try to do some more streaming today, Finn. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
we definitely can.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get my Xbox going, so I may be a little. Ouchie, you think you were late? Not as late as I was. Oh my god! But if you haven't already, guys, stop what you're doing. Hit the thumbs up on the channel. It really does help us get our content out into the YouTube group, which helps us monetize. Just helps us grow. So it really does matter. If you haven't subscribed already, maybe subscribe. We do a lot of live streaming. The best way to know about it is to be a subscriber and to hit that bell icon. If you haven't already, we have a Patreon set up. If you guys would like, then please check out our Patreon. We have everything for $5 on up. We use those proceeds to make the stream better. So check out our Patreon, and then we are still doing the ACS stuff, and we're still plugging away.
I'm hoping that we can hit 4,500 by the end of the year. So we're just 140 or so short, and we can get all the wristbands out to people, which is going to be mailed out here towards next week. Beginning of next week is when I'm mailing them out. So yeah, now is the time if you guys can.
And I blame Finn.
That's correct.
Science. Oh, science.
I hate the timing on this thing.
So check out our ACS stuff if you haven't already. So with that, we will leave it there. Stay tuned for more streaming once I got to figure out how I'm going to do my Xbox stuff, because it's a lot of pain in the ass stuff. So that being said, thank you guys for stopping by. Come hang out with us anytime you want. We do a lot of stuff offline as well, playing games and things. So with that, thanks to the crew. We will holler at you guys mañana. Peace.